professor of Mexican history mainly, but I also teach Mexican American history and U.S. history. Various initiatives that the school undertakes to try and recruit Hispanic students. Whether they send recruiters to big cities, and then also to the Valley, and then also to population centers that have a high Mexican American or Hispanic population. So the university is actively out there trying to promote itself in that community. But mainly it's the changing face of Texas. There aren't as many faculty as there could be, and that's one thing that needs to change a little bit. The faculty ratio and its diversity isn't really keeping pace with the changing student body.
I've seen the percentage of Latino students increase from year to year in the last 6 years. And I think with the shift, what's going on is that there's been a demographic shift where there's an increased number of students from pursuing higher education from high school and entering into college. I think it's a good thing for Texas State, and I think Texas State has prepared over the last few years for this to occur, but I think more needs to be done on increasing efforts towards retention and graduation, or increasing those retention and graduation rates of Latino students at Texas State.
Dr. Jennifer Beck, and I'm the Director of Retention, Management, and Planning. In my position, I focus on student success initiatives, and what the university has always tried to do and continues to make decisions on is how can we better serve the students and what resources we need to provide to them, so that when we make decisions on policy, or maybe we were making decisions about what we need to do with services, it's always student focused and student centered. What I see the HSI designation doing is allowing us to access even more resources so that we can continue to have best practices in the classroom and the student services provided, and in the opportunities that our students have to be engaged in campus and then also launch into their careers.
I'm Federico Suburvi, Professor and Director of the Center for the Study of Latino Media and Markets. The growth of the enrollment is, in fact, the growth of the Latino population across the United States. And certainly Texas has grown, and it's more than 37% Latino population overall. This population is, contrary to some people's stereotypes, it is a population that's seeking higher education. And they are seeking higher education in areas in which there is a connection to the community, and the center provides that connection to the community and to the media they'd like to work at or with. The Texas State does a great job in reaching out, being sympathetic, open, and accepting students, understanding that many of them, if not most, are first-generation college students whose parents never had the opportunity. So it makes the provisions that are needed to accommodate these students, not because they're less smart, but because they have special working conditions and special interests that the university makes amends to facilitate and enhance their learning and their success in college graduation.